Be the change. In a world where everything seems chaotic, where everything seems out of control and everything seems uncertain, the one thing that is certain is that you can always be the change and you can always put in effort into optimizing your experience here on planet Earth. Here we are, humans on planet Earth, trying to have a good experience here on planet Earth. So, limiting beliefs. Do you think that just because your life is the way it is right now, it has to stay that way forever? Or do you think that just because you feel the way that you feel right now, that it's gonna stay that way forever? Or do you feel like you're not good enough? No, you weren't born for that. No, you weren't this for that. And no, you were definitely not that for that. Well, you can always change. You can take what you have and you can make the most of it. And then you can walk towards whatever it is that you are desiring in your life. And so that's good news. That's good news. Now life can be good. Life can be good. Life can be peaceful. Life can be exciting. Life can be adventurous. Life can be sensual. Life can be sexy. Life can be sweet. Life can be cute. Life can be a dance. Life can be amazing. Life can be all the good stuff. Life can be also those things. Which is so phew, good. Relief, yes. It's possible, yes. It is possible. And the thing is that you already have it. You don't even have to go to a different country. You don't have to travel around the world. You don't have to go to anywhere. You already have it. It's already within you. And you already could access it right now. This moment, right now, you can access all of that. All the peace, the love, the presence, the awareness. You already have it. It's already in you. You just have to remember it. So, Esther and Abraham Hicks says, there is no condition so severe that you cannot reverse it by choosing different thoughts. There is no condition so severe that you cannot reverse it by choosing different thoughts. So choosing different thoughts. Reversing by choosing. However, choosing different thoughts requires focus and practice. Focus and practice required to change different thoughts. And practice. If you continue to focus as you have been, to think as you have been, and to believe as you have been, then nothing in your experience will change. And saying that is the Hangman, and that is a huge encouragement to show up as someone who is not afraid of change. Show up as someone who is okay with the changes, the winds of change. Show up as someone who is okay with exploring. You can always go back to the good old days. You can go, wow, look, all major arcanas. How about that? Hangman, Hermit, Temperance, and the Star. And the Magician. Good stuff. Yes, choosing to reverse thoughts, like thoughts, how we think about things, and the Two of Cups, the soul bond, the soul connection, which, you know, sometimes the soul connections are beautiful potentials that are just sitting there between two people, and it's a beautiful potential, and then our earthly selves are like, no, my limiting beliefs is like, no, I'm not deserving of that, so no, I don't deserve that. No, I'm not good enough for that. And this beautiful soul bond, this beautiful connection that could have been, no, I'm not good enough for that. So I'm going to self-sabotage, and then I'm going to go in a different direction. I'd rather choose something that I had before. And then your life is going to be the same as before. And that is a shame, especially if life before was like not so good, like sometimes it can be. So going back to, like everything that has been, if you're not okay with it, if it's not what you really want, you have all the potential. Like you literally have all the potential, and the soul connection is here. The sacral chakra, which would be sharing, union, all that good stuff is here. But you cannot have it unless you allow yourself to have it. You cannot have it unless you say to yourself, you know what? Before in my life, I used to think that I wasn't worth it. You know, before in my life, I used to think that I wasn't good enough. You know, before in my life, I used to think. And then, but now in my life, since I'm wiser and I'm older, now I realize that maybe I should believe in the person who is connecting to me. Maybe I should believe them and allow them to come in and love me. Or maybe I should believe in that they might see things in me that I don't see in myself. And now maybe I can start to trust that a little bit, and then I can change everything that has already been, everything that already has been. Has been. Okay, I want to do it again. It has been, but I'm going to do it again. Because why? Because I don't want to be the change. It's so much easier to be the change than to go ahead and do the same old thing over and over and over again. And the thing is, being aligned. So forcing these things, forcing the connections is also not good, because here you come like, I'm going to force myself into it. No, you have to just find your inner stillness, find your inner peace, and then allow it to come into your life. Allow it, welcome it in, like work on yourself. How can you receive it so that you don't push it away? Or how can you receive it and take it in and be reciprocating like the energies? Wait until you feel like things are progressing effortlessly. When things are progressing effortlessly, most likely you are in the flow of things. When things progress effortlessly, it usually, to me, in my experience, it means that you're on the right path. When things are progressing effortlessly, let the opportunities present themselves when the time is right. So this is very difficult, especially like, don't force things, have patience. For me, very difficult thing to do. I am not that very patient. I am not that very good at sitting with my emotions. I'm not that very good at just hanging in my emotions there for a long time and then not knowing where to take them or not knowing what to do with them. I'm not that good at it, just feeling all these things and then, oh no, I'm feeling all these things. What are you going to do with it? I don't know. So I think maybe that goes for a lot of people. It's my experience. But allowing things to come into the presence, and it's also like probably a part of like not being obsessing about things, not being obsessed by like experiencing in the moment, then go about your day and do your things, stay on your track, do your things, don't let things come in and sway everything to the side for you. But the Two of Cups, it's a connection that is worth overcoming fears. The Two of Cups connection, it's worth going through the limiting beliefs and allowing them to dissolve within you. The Two of Cups, that soul connection, it's worth dissolving the thoughts that you're not worthy of it. It's worth dissolving the thoughts that you're not lovable enough for it. It's worth doing all these things. It's worth going inside and figuring out how you can open up and be the person that is okay to be connecting with. It's worth doing those things, because after the little hindrances and after those little challenges, having to overcome little things like that and having to figure out how to do things, after that, it's like then the alignment and the time and the like everything then will fall into alignment, and it will progress like effortlessly, because you put yourself in a position where you can receive and give effortlessly. The Two of Cups is worth, like being alone on planet Earth is well, we're never alone on planet Earth. There's 5 billion people here, and so can never be alone on planet Earth. That would be weird. But like, it's more fun if you can connect with someone in a soul level way. Like if you can connect with someone that is not just surface wise, like the way you look, what you have, the things you do, whatever, blah, blah, but you can connect on a deeper level, a soul level. Those connections are so precious. those connections, that's what you want to aim for. That's where you're going to find room and space, someone holding space for you to allow you to be who you are, to allow you to grow in your own way, to help push your growth forward, to help you with everything. That's where you're going to find it, in those good soul connections. So the potential, all is possible. I am alive with potential and fertile with possibility. And you're showing up as the magician. The magician knows how to manifest. Like, the magician is a master manifester in this life. The magician knows that you need the passion to move forward. The magician knows you need your emotions to be in check. If you want to manifest some soul connection, you can't be like, I am not worthy of that. I don't feel like I'm lovable. No, I'm not good enough for that. I don't think I'm worth all of that. Well, if someone else comes in and say, hey, to me, you are worth all of that and more. And then you're going to be, no, I'm not worth it. Well, to me, you're worth it. So work on yourself and be worth it so that you can pick yourself up. Otherwise, you won't be able to manifest stuff. So the emotions, how do you feel about yourself? How open are you to receiving love and giving love? So the passion, you need the passion, you need the gratitude, you need the compassion, you need the good emotions, the big emotions. You need those to manifest in what you want in your life. You need the time, you need money, resources, you need information, people helping you. You need all these things in resources. And you need to be able to think clearly, to have thoughts. You have to be able to put your thoughts into order and to be able to manifest what you want, to make a plan, to create things. And also when you do these things, then you also have to have patience with it. Choosing different thoughts. There's no condition so severe. So if you are lonesome, I'm lonesome here on planet Earth, I feel so lonely, and all these 5 billion people, well, then you can change your mindset about it. You can think different thoughts and you can do different things. If you think the things that you always thought and you do the same things that you already did, and this is how you feel, then you're going to keep feeling like that. Of course, this is why you got to be the change. Because if your life is like this and you feel like this and it sucks, then you can either stay there and keep that till you die, or you can just stop for a moment and be like, hey, oh, what was about? Oh yeah, be the change. That was right. Okay, let me be the change. Let me try it out and see if I can make a difference in my own life. And then you start to go internally. You start to notice your thought patterns. You start to notice how you feel. And then you start changing it and being conscious about what you want to attract into your life. Because the magician, you can attract everything into your life, and you have the capability. You just have to clear out the different tools that you have so that you can allow it into your life. Setting out on a new journey. This could be a new job opportunity. This can be a new learning something. Maybe you're starting a new school, starting a program, getting some kind of certification or whatever. It's around you. It's available. And so you can manifest all these things. But then in your blockage position is the sadness. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed of everything in life, and I'm so disappointed. And I'm disappointed too. Like when I think about it, yeah, I'm disappointed in a lot of things in my life. I'll put it that way. But I'm not going to allow that disappointment to be like my main thing that I'm going to go here and hold on to. No, I have to forgive those things. Forgive them, let them go. And then perhaps I wouldn't do it again, because I know that things like that hold disappointment. So I don't care for disappointments. So I want to take the energy of the disappointment out of myself with forgiveness, and so that I don't have to attract more disappointments, because disappointments suck. Who wants disappointments? Nope. Okay, I thought not. So we don't want disappointments in our lives. And so if you're afraid of it and you're holding on to it and you'll be like, oh gosh, I'm going to be disappointed again. Like you have to really work on these things and allowing these new connections to come into your life. And so different strategies. This can be also someone who is sneaky and lying, cheating, stealing. That could be going on in your subconscious. It can also be someone choosing a different strategy. It can be someone thinking outside of the box. So perhaps you are thinking outside of the box. Perhaps the way that you are able to think outside of the box is attracting other people into your sphere. So by the thinking, the way that you think about things is different. So when you come together with people who think a little bit in a different way, it's a major expansion of the whole. And so what you're bringing to the table is going to be very unique. And also in your past, something is dead, done, and over with. And this could be perhaps the disappointments. This could be perhaps not showing up for yourself, or like the grief. But also like the sadness and the grief. And you can't even see, like, someone's coming into your life and they're like, hey, I have something to offer you that might bring your soul so much happiness. But the person who is being offered it, they're like, no, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed from before. I'm disappointed. It's a sad life and I'm disappointed. Well, hey, I'm over here. I'm trying to give you something over here. I'm trying to give you some love and give you some attention and give you some positivity. But you'd be like, no, I don't see that, because I'm still holding on to my sadness and my grief. And I'm unwilling to let it go. Something just wasn't right for my life. And so it was cut out of my life. And now I can't seem to get over it. And I'm stuck in it. And I can't seem to let it go. So I'm going to bring this whole sadness into my future. I'm going to bring this whole sadness into my future, unless, of course, I take a little bit of time out, settle down, figure out what are these repetition thoughts. What is the sadness? What is the disappointment that you're unwilling to let go of? If you're unwilling to let go of it, you're going to attract all that into your life again and again. New people, but same experiences. And so showing up as someone who's capable of changing their perspective. Like, use your head, like, use your thinking mind, like, figure it out. Like, what are these repetitive? And this with the potential is saying also, I allow my dreams and desires to birth. I allow my dreams and desires to birth. I'm not going to sit here and block all my dreams and desires, because I'm sad. I've got this sadness and I'm upset because there was this one person who did this to me like 5 years ago, and I'm still sad, and maybe in 5 years I will still be sad, which there's nothing wrong with it. You can be sad for however long you want to. But if you desire a different outcome in your life, if you want to be happy in your life, if you want to experience the good things in your life, if you want your face to light up in a smile, not because you're forcing it or because it's the right thing to do or being polite, but because it starts in the belly and you can't help it. It just shows up on your face. If you want that kind of joy, then you're going to have to make some changes if you're holding on to the sadness. And what Eckhart Tolle is saying, with a radical acceptance, if you radically accept and you just sit there and you be like, hey, sadness, I can feel you. I hear you. I have compassion for you. I feel you. And then you just immerse yourself in the sadness for however long it takes. Because what you radically accept and surrender to, it will bring you to peace. And once it brings you to peace, you're kind of jumped over that hoop of sadness. So now you're like over one blockage, and now you've opened yourself up to good stuff to come into your life. And it can be a big change. Like, this might be the only thing that you have to do to allow all of your dreams and desires to come into your life. But if you're blocking it with the sadness and the depression and the heavy thinking, then it's going to stay a possibility. It won't ever come to fruition. I am an expression of the infinite potential of the universe. I nurture my potential and possibility. Your potential is so much more than what you think it is. Like elsewhere in nature, like things, so there's a seed, or like there's an egg or whatever, like something elsewhere in nature, something gets born, like it's born, it takes out its potential and then it dies. Human beings, on the other hand, they get born, they do not take out their potential, like whatsoever. Very rarely do they take out their potential and then they die. Like, how sad is that? What a waste of time. What a waste of time. What a waste of joy. What a waste of peace. What a waste of an interesting, adventurous journey through this life on planet Earth. Changing the perspective. Sometimes what you can do is to take your time out and away from people. And then you can find your own inner voice, your inner stillness. You can find your own inner light. You can get to know that little sadness that is within you. Like, what does that sadness feel like, and how can you work with it? How can you be familiarized with it and not denying it? I'm trying to not be sad over here, but I'm still sad. But I'm trying not to be, so I'm just gonna be happy, and I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm keeping it right there, and I'm very happy over here. Yeah, I'm keeping it right there. So then you got the sadness over there, and here's your happy face. Yeah, I'm all happy and all that. And so until you sit down and you take some time out, there's gonna be this blockage because you're not really truthfully who you are. You're blocking it, like you're keeping it out there, but you're trying to be happy. So until you sit down and then you familiarize yourself with what is going on inside and how do you actually feel. And it's okay to be sad. Everybody's sad sometimes. It's a pretty sad place, this planet Earth sometimes. So there's plenty of reasons that we can hang on to that would be disappointing, that would cause us grief, that would be, there's plenty of things that you can latch onto if you want to do that. But being the change is not going down into that matrix. It's more so sitting with yourself, igniting that inner light, igniting that inner self, igniting who you really are. Being balanced, showing up in balanced way. And being balanced is also, if you are one of the souls that are more developed, then you also have to realize that not everybody's going to be able to meet you on that level. So that can be a sadness too. And then you can choose to sit there and be sad because now you understand things in a different way and other people don't. So they don't want to go on that journey. They're scared of changing. So now you're going to have to just sit there by yourself. But I can assure you that even if you do, you're going to have probably a better time sitting by yourself than to wallowing in the misery, and misery loves company, kind of. So balance, being balanced within yourself, allowing yourself to rise up, allowing yourself to be balanced in your life, allowing yourself to find a good balance between the things that you want to do, the things that you do, and taking the time to focus on healing, having hope. Like with sadness, with grief, and with sadness and with grief also comes usually inactivity, overeating, overindulging in movies, overindulging in other pleasurable things, overindulging in stuff to try to get that easy access to feeling good for like 3 seconds or whatever. So the star is here. It's encouraging us to start on the journey of healing, whatever it looks like for you. Sometimes if you have sadness, if you have grief, sometimes just being around other people can feel good. If there's a place where you can go and watch the sunrise in the morning, perhaps you can make a date with yourself and then you can go there and just watch the sunrise and be grateful that you are there to witness that. And to be grateful that the earth is actually still functioning so well that we can wake up and watch the sunrise every day. And so being grateful for these things and taking your body out there, taking your body to nourishing food, starting to think about, is there anything in your diet that you can change? Is there anything that would make you feel a little bit better? Maybe making changes to how you feed, how you sleep, how you exercise, how you love, how you have compassion, and all that for the body. Your earth suit, your soul is going to have to live in that body for this whole duration on planet Earth. And I keep saying it over and over. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Whatever it is saying, that's the saying. But it's better to be strong in your daily life than to be fat and you can't move and everything is a chore. Like you have to go to the bathroom, that's even a chore. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get up here. Everything is a chore. Then maybe you can do something to help yourself so it becomes easier to move to where you're gonna go. And allowing those beautiful soul connections, which is probably the most scariest thing also that we can do here as humans, in our vulnerability and our human nature. that everything is possible, and it only starts with one decision or a realization. I'm sick and tired of the way that things have been. I know that I have all the tools that I need to change everything that I want to change. All is possible. Sometimes whatever is dead, done, over, and done with in the past, sometimes we just gotta let it go and allow for the peace and the meditation and the cooperations and all the good stuff to come into our life. We don't want to block it. We don't want to self-sabotage. We don't want to have limiting beliefs telling us that we can't do it, because everything is possible. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it respects, and it loves. Same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.